Surfing session 72. In this video, I want to show you my do-it-yourself balance board for surf training and a few recent waves I caught during the Hurricane Larry Swells. I'm 8 months into learning surfing. I would love to hear any friendly tips from any surfers viewing this. Please share them in the comments below. Here is my do-it-yourself balance board. It helps me to practice balancing by replicating the feeling of balancing on my surfboard. I bought a 4-inch PVC pipe from Home Depot. It cost $10. That's the roller that I'm using, with a rubber yoga mat underneath. I used an old spare piece of plywood I found in my garage as the balance board. This is a great tool for my onshore training. It helps to practice using weighting and unweighting your front foot and your back foot to keep the board balanced as if it's planing or trimming on the water. Also, to practice initiating carving turns, I lean on my back foot until the board is balanced on the yoga mat, and I practice initiating a turn in one direction. Then I balance again on the roller, and then I practice initiating a turn in the other direction. Let's see how these skills help me in surfing a few waves during the Hurricane Larry Swells. Hopefully it helps me keeping my board balanced and making turns. This is an evening session in 3 to 5 feet waves, 16-second period in between the waves, 4 stars according to Magic Seaweed. I apologize for the light, but it was after work and it got dark after sunset. Hurricane Larry was sending some swells to the Boston area for a few days, and I caught a few of my best waves. I made sure to wait for the right swell that was heading to me and tried to take off near the peak. I paddled as hard as I could. Once I caught the wave, I tried to do a bottom turn and a top turn on each wave, and more turns if possible. It felt great. As I surfed, I wanted to keep the surfboard in the sweet spot of the unbroken wave, accelerating by leaning forward and trimming the board in one direction, or braking by leaning on the back foot. On carving turns, I needed to lean back on the back foot as well to prevent the nose from catching. So the skills I learned from my balance board are very important for surfing. I constantly balance my surfboard as if it's a seesaw. I need to learn to use compression and extension more often to help my board dig into the turns and unweight to accelerate when necessary. Also, if I needed any extra acceleration, or if I felt that the wave was rushing forwards ahead of me, I had to shuffle forwards to keep the nose, forwards onto the nose, to keep the nose in front of the wave, and to accelerate the board with a cheater 5 stance, leaning on my back foot. And then I would shuffle back and continue to turn the board and ride it in. In the future, I'd like to learn how to cross-step on my longboard instead of shuffling, so I'll remember to practice that on land, perhaps on a yoga mat, and try it on the surfboard more often. I have tried it on a surfboard and I've fallen many times trying it, but at least I'm trying to learn cross-stepping. Because the waves were larger than usual and steep at takeoff, I felt myself leaning forward a bit or lowering my head to keep the nose down and catch the wave. And because of the 16-second period in between the waves, I was able to paddle out to the lineup in the back, wait for some swells there. It took a lot of work, and I made sure to do a few turtle rolls when it was clear that the wave was about to crash on me. But otherwise, I paddled through the white water slowly to conserve my energy and save it for catching the waves. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like, comment, or subscribe. This is part of my surfing progression video playlist on YouTube. If you surf and have any tips on surfing or on using balance boards, I'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.